AutoCAD is one of my favorite software programs. It's been so well developed over the years that many times it can almost run itself. But there are many tools within it that can help you do less work. SheetSets is one of those tools. The SheetSet Manager can help you manage your project files to a certain degree. It can help you manage your drawings anyway. Let's open up the manufacturing SheetSet file. There are 15 drawings in this set, 1 through 15. There are 3 subsets: the assemblies, the parts, and the details and fabrication. Now, a subset is a group of drawings in your set. You use subsets to organize those drawings. Now, to create one, you just right-click on your main title here and click New Subset. You can give it a name. I'm just going to leave it as this, New Subset. Click OK. Usually it just shows up right at the bottom. Now, if you left-click and hold, you can reposition that subset. In fact, you can put a subset in a subset, and you can keep going on and on and on and so forth. Now you'll notice that sometimes you get that little red circle with a slash through it. That means you've gone too far, or you've gone somewhere where you can't put your subset. Now you can move drawings from subset to subset. Just left click and hold on that drawing, and then hover it over the top of the subset, and it'll get put in there. Now, if you want to remove it, just select it, right click, and hit Remove Subset. Now, if you want to create a new file, that's pretty easy too. Just select the top here, right click, and select New Sheet. The only way for this to work, though, is to have something set up ahead of time. If you go to your properties for your sheet set, you'll have to go to your sheet creation area right here, and you'll need to set up a couple of different things. One is a sheet storage location. This is where your new files that you create will be saved at. And this is the sheet creation template. You have to have a DWT file somewhere, save that, and then reference to it. That way it will know which template file to use when you go and create a brand new file. Now, to assign both of these, you do the exact same thing. Just select on either one of the names, whichever one you want to set. Click on this little box at the very end. That'll bring up your template, in this case, dialog box. Click on the ellipsis button and browse to the template that you want to use. And then click on it and click Open. That will set that up. Now, if your file has multiple layouts in it, in this case, this one only has the one, you'll select it right here, and that'll be the layout that it uses. Now, you have an option for AutoCAD to just automatically use that template, or I can click here and say yes to the prompt for template. That way, when I go to make a new one, it will just say, hey, which template do you want to use? And it will allow you to browse to that template. And that way works just fine too. But if you only have one template file that you use to create all of your files with, you want to say no. So once that is set, click OK, right click. And when you right click on this top line here and create a new sheet, it'll put it in the set. But if you right click on a subset and click New Sheet, it'll create the new file and put it into that subset. So whichever way you want to use, just click on New Sheet. You can give it a drawing number, whatever that number is going to be. Give it a title, double check your path, and click OK. So here I made a new sheet set file right here. It's called New Sheet Set Creation from SheetSet Manager. And that's right there. If I double click it, it'll open it up. And this is the border that I used. It has some information already filled out for it. A couple of sheet set fields here for the sheet number, title number, to drawn by date, stuff like that. Creating new drawings for your set is really nice using the SheetSet Manager because it puts the file in the right spot. It uses the template that you want to be used with this project, and it puts it right into your sheet set. So it's all right there. Anyone else can now get to it and can work with it. Now, there's another thing here called Sheet Views. This sheet set already has a lot of them saved and set up. You click on this tab here. You see we have Sheet Lists, and this is where you'll spend most of your time in, Sheet Views and Model Views. Now, the Sheet Views is really cool. This displays a list of all the named views that you have in each file. Now, you can open up a file and get right to that view by clicking on it. Why would you want to do that? Well, you want to do that to make things simpler. So if you have a typical detail or a cross-section view from one drawing and you need to know where it is to get to it, you can. So it tells you right here the file. This is the file that it's in, and this is the name of the view. If I double click on that view, it takes me to the name and it opens it up right to that view. You see, this is view DD. Now, if I click EE, It takes me to view EE. I can get to that. So you can do a lot of different things with this. If you have mechanical assemblies, you can go to a specific part. So maybe you make a view of your part and give that part name a view. That way you can get right to that part. If you're working with architectural drawings, you can assign views to rooms. So maybe you need to get to the master bedroom. You go to the sheet view, click on the master bedroom view, and it takes you right to that file and right to that drawing. So it makes it very easy to navigate through all of your drawings. So this is really cool. Now, if you have a typical detail or section area that you want to create a call out to, you can. Now, to create views, it's very simple. You just have to have a saved view in your drawing. So if you go to your drawing, type in the word view, press enter, and you need to save a layout view. Now you can see here, here's my DD and my EE. That's these two guys right here. So if I make a new one, I'm going to define my window, and I am just going to call it right here. That's going to be my view. Press enter. I'm just going to call it ISO. Click OK. Apply. OK. And as I created that view in my file, you can see it's right here. So now if I want to get to any of these, just double click them. You can also right click and display. That's the same thing. Right click, that's rename and renumber. And you can give these numbers. I don't have any numbers on any of these right here, but that's okay. I can set a category for it. I can set in a call out block for it if I'd like, or a label block, whichever one I want to use. If I left click on that, and let's say I put the block right here, this creates a block. It automatically fills in the name of the view, which is ISO. In this case, the block I'm using has another field for it that I can use and put whatever information I want in it. This block is up to you. If you right click and go to properties, and you'll set your block views and things right here. You have your call out blocks and you have your label blocks for your views. So you just find your template file that block is in and you reference it. So it's that simple. Now you also have model views. Now the model views essentially just give you access to a folder that has all of your files in it. So with your sheet list, all you can get to are paper space tabs, and they're specifically the drawings in your set. Now the views are just specific areas on your drawings. Now the model views is the folder that you're in. So to set one, you just add new location, double click on it, browse to your folder, and you add it. And that's what I've done here. Now if I double click on it, it will populate my list here with all of my drawings. And when I want to get to one, I can just open it up by double clicking on it. And that will bring me to my model space tab for that drawing. So this is a great place to go to if you have reference drawings or base drawings, different folders like that aren't necessarily drawings, but maybe they're your data files where you've done some of your layout work, done some calculations, things like that. That's how you will get to those types of files. So you can use your sheet set manager to navigate through all of your drawings, through your details, through your sections, and even have access to all of your files in a folder on your server or hard drive.